Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. We're thrilled to have our friend Sean Paul in the studio for today's Intrigue Journal. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm glad to be back.
We're glad you're back.
Well, you never left in TV world.
That's correct.
But
you've been here.
In reality, I was up in the far north. I was in the tundra. I was miserable.
You were cold. What was the lowest temperature?
Oh, I had 27 below.
Oh, my word.
Something like that. But what would you do if 50 polar bears came marching down your street and you couldn't defend yourself with a gun because they're endangered species?
I know what I would do.
What would you do?
I'd give them a Coke.
Right, okay.
Haven't you seen the commercials with the polar bears?
Yeah,
they all drink Coke.
Yeah,
there you go.
Look at this. Every camera op in here is giving me a applause for that. Thank you.
They did really romance them. Look at how adorable they are. They're just
adorable.
beautiful creatures,
They're
right?
huge.
Largest man-eating animal on the planet, and they do not have any natural predators. In other words, they have absolutely no fear. Last week, in a region, let's show them on the map where it was, in relation to Springfield, if we can run the video. Okay, so there's Springfield. Let's go around, and it's this Arctic region, 1,200 miles north of Moscow, all right? 50 polar bears start walking in, and they're going through the streets, they're going into homes, they're going into buildings. And I call this the polar playground. This is where kids are usually playing, and look what's just casually passing through.
This is disturbing.
Okay, yeah, it sure is. Let's go to the next one. I call this polar stroller. That's in a building. He's just walking right in. That stroller is evidence that kids could be there.
Oh my gosh.
And so you can't shoot them because they're protected. They're endangered. You can't shoot them. You can't defend yourself. I want to know, who's the guy taking the picture from up the stairs?
Yes, exactly.
And what is he thinking? He's thinking, oh, this is going to go viral. Well, if you live to post it.
Exactly.
Right?
You know
they have no emotion when they see people. They see one thing.
Food.
Food.
Absolutely.
Do they really? That's what they want?
Absolutely.
Look how big they are. They need to sustain that.
Yeah, and so why is this happening, they're saying?
Why?
Well, they're saying it's global warming.
Okay.
They're saying that the polar ice flats that they live on, their habitat, is shrinking, and it's driving them to dry land. And there's footage of these guys going into dumpsters, trying to climb into dumpsters, and there's video footage on YouTube where these guys are videotaping it, and they're laughing, and they're like, you know, 20 feet away. I have no idea how they captured it.
Do they not understand?
They don't get it. And there's like 3 or 4 polar bears around them.
I blame Disney.
Yeah, and Coca-Cola.
And Coca-Cola.
Yeah, because they're romancing and people have no fear. They're losing their
common sense.
Common sense.
Hello,
Thank you,
which
Kelly.
is not so common anymore.
Right. All right. So, but they're saying global warming. Well, I was just in Minnesota, which is not as far north as where these guys are, and there's nothing warming up there at all. So that's a debate. But you know what? Is it global warming, or could it be back in the 60s and 70s, they made them endangered, which means no more trapping and no more hunting polar bears. So guess what happened?
There's an overabundance.
They're booming. The population is booming. So they could say the habitat is shrinking, or they could say the population is expanding. And it's not just here. It's in Maine. It's in the Northeast. It's in the Northwest. It's in Alaska. You've got a lot of overlapping of bear cultures and populations with human populations.
Or did they bring them back from the island of Lost? Anybody?
Oh,
anybody?
Yeah, well, that's...
Clint totally missed that one. That was for him, and he missed it.
No, I remember that. They had polar bears in that. That was
They had polar bears on the island
Hawaii.
of Lost.
In Hawaii, right?
Maybe these are left over from the time-traveling island
Right. Okay.
on Lost.
Well, why didn't we think of that?
Get a load of this, though. There's a town in Manitoba, Canada, called Churchill, and they get used to it. Every fall, hundreds of polar bears pass through their town because they're making their way. It's a migration, and it's seasonal, okay? And the town's people of Churchill have gotten so used to it that this is how they respond. When they're passing through, they leave their front doors unlocked.
No.
You know why?
Why?
Because if anybody's being chased, they need a way to escape, and so it's a community effort where you can seek refuge here. Isn't that amazing?
I like that. That's nice.
Unless the polar bears want in, and then you can't really.
Well, they just bust. They wouldn't turn the doorknob.
No, they just bust it.
I'm going to get to that in a second. I have a couple of personal stories about bears. Not polar bears, but I was working in the Smoky Mountains 10 years ago, and I was leaving to get in the car, and I had my pet with me, and my pet, of course, is...
A monkey.
A monkey. Intrigue Journal.
Yes.
All right. And he's on my shoulder, and I'm putting stuff in the car, and all of a sudden, Frankie starts barking. Arf, arf, like that. I look behind me, and leaning on the back of the house that I just walked out of is a full-grown black bear chewing on a twig, just looking at me.
Oh, my gosh.
Full-grown. And I'm like, from here to that bear, right there, and he's just chewing away with 2 cubs with him. And the thing just walked.
You do not want to mess with that.
And so I'm saying these bear populations are protected, they're expanding, and it's overlapping between humans and bears, right?
Yes.
And so, but this bear just kind of casually walked through the neighborhood, and people were just freaking out. They were like marveling at it.
Oh, man.
So then we were in Alaska. Jeremy, did you ever go to Alaska when you were on ships?
I never did the western side. I always did eastern.
Okay, well, I was in Juneau, and Julie and I were walking through, and I wanted to throw something away. I couldn't get into the garbage can.
Because the bears were there?
No, well, yeah, a native Alaskan came up and he put his hand under the lid, hit a latch, and opened it up, and I threw my stuff away. And he says, yeah, you got to do that because the bears come down at night and they go rummaging through. But we put these little latches thinking that it's going to stop the bears from rummaging through the garbage. No, they brought the cubs down who have smaller paws and taught them how to do it, and they can still get in there and dig through the garbage. Yes. So, it's time to play polar bear trivia.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Right, I'm ready.
Let's here we go. So, let's go to the next slide. Okay. All right, polar bear trivia. So, if you call a group of fish a school, 2 minutes left? All right. And what do you call, and a gaggle of geese, what do you call a group of bears? A sleuth.
A sleuth?
A sleuth of bears.
I had no idea.
Okay, so in the last 144 years, how many fatalities, how many people have been killed and eaten by bears in the last 100, polar bears?
In 100 years?
Last 144 years.
144 years, I would say 100.
Kelly?
I would say 102.
20.
Only
20 deaths.
That's
right.
good.
Okay.
That's good.
All right. And if a polar bear was to encounter a grizzly bear, what would most likely happen?
It would be a biracial couple.
Well, can we play the tape and see if there's any truth to what she said? A little dance, a little romance, okay? And then, off of that, you do get what's called the Grolar bear.
What?
Yes, it's a new breed, a hybrid bear between the polar bear.
Are you serious?
So you were right.
Oh, my God.
And they're saying that that's what the polar bear could actually transform into as it's moving farther.
What does it eat,
Wow.
What does it eat?
That's a very good question. It's primarily a carnivore. All right, so
but that photo is beautiful.
you know, a lot of these videos, they're doing a lot of unboxing videos. You know, it's like if you're thinking about buying this camcorder, I'm going to unbox it, you know, on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I have a little video I'd like to close things out that puts things into perspective.
Okay.
They're cute, they're adorable, they're majestic, but let's watch this video. I call it Unboxing a Human.
Oh, no.
Scientists, they go in and they lock themselves in a little case, and this guy, he's got one thing on his mind.
Wow.
How do I get into this lunchbox?
My word.
There's no way I would do that.
Right.
Never.
Okay?
Never.
So they are beautiful, they're adorable, and they're the spokesperson for Coca-Cola, but they will eat you.
They will. And who doesn't understand this? I just don't get it.
But, Jean-Paul, what could they eat besides humans? Can't they
Oh,
eat...
seals.
Oh, yeah.
Seals.
They primarily eat
seals.
seals.
They need to eat the seals, not the
And
humans.
they're marine mammals. Actually, they spend almost more time in the water than they do.
Is that right?
Yeah. Can you believe that? That's why their paws are so gigantic,
They
so
are.
that they
It's
can
like paddles.
paddling right through the water.
Well, they are beautiful animals.
They're majestic,
Well,
but
they
you know,
stand about 15 feet
50 of
tall.
them storming through this small Russian town of 3,000 people.
If they smelled food in your house, would they just break the door down, or they would find a way in, do you think? Are they that aggressive?
Oh, they've got an amazing sense of smell. Much like great white sharks, and that's coming up soon on our next Intrigue
That's going
Journal.
to be good, too. I love talking about bears. Yeah.
I do love the bears. I do blame, you know, cartoons. I always wanted a bird to come sit on my finger and sing to me and talk to me.
Right.
That happened.
When I encountered that bear in the Smoky Mountains, he looked adorable. You just wanted to come up and give him a big bear hug.
You could see that when he was that far away. You thought he would look adorable.
He's just sitting there chomping on this twig,
Yeah.
minding his own business, and they looked adorable, but they are dangerous.
They are dangerous.
Thanks, Jean-Paul.
Thank you.
My
This is
pleasure.
great.
We're
Great
glad
to
you're
see
back.
you.
So am I.
All right. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this. They are adorable.
I know.
I mean, from a
Absolutely.
distance.
I mean, just
From a distance. They're pretty.